You are looking live at the final pay-per-view before WrestleMania, and tonight there is going to be Havoc. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm FK Clael, welcoming you to this historic event where we will not only see an Elimination Chamber matchup, but also an Iron Man matchup. It's history in the making. This is Havoc Live. And to kick off the evening, we have one of our main championship matches here tonight, the one for the Intercontinental Championship. And this isn't no ordinary matchup. This is for only the second time ever in NLW, a buried alive matchup. That is the prize that is on the line. And there you see the ominous sight of the tombstone and the grave at ringside, where one man will be buried alive here tonight. And about to make his way to the ring, the challenger for the Intercontinental Championship, the Red Demon, Kane. Kane was granted this opportunity by the board of directors. There was no way in hell that the commissioner was going to give it to him. However, Kane, when he came back, immediately targeted R-Truth as a staple of the NWO. Truth was obviously going to be a target, and considering he has a championship, Kane would hope to take that title and give less power to the NWO, but it is not going to be easy. And now here comes the champion, the man who won the title at the Royal Rumble from the now fired Chris Jericho, who was fired by the NWO, by the way. And now, is the injustice going to continue? The commissioner said that there's no disqualifications and no countouts, so that's as fair as it's going to get. We can only assume that that means that there's going to be some sort of shenanigans, but we would hope not. We hope this is a clean fight, and so would Kane as he pummels the hell out of R-Truth here. And now you can see, sending him into the ring post, and it's the first man to bury his opponent alive in that mound of dirt that will win the matchup and the Intercontinental Championship. The last time we had a buried alive matchup, it was 3-on-3 on Metal a few weeks ago, a few months ago in fact. Feels like a couple weeks ago, but in fact it was Kane who got buried alive by the NWO, and that was the infamous turn of the commissioner turning his back on NLW and joining the NWO. And Kane, and of course the Resistance, formed of Triple H, The Undertaker and Sting, have been hoping to try and stop the NWO in their tracks, and Kane tries to do that right there with that elbow. And of course they're going to have to try and do that later tonight inside that Elimination Chamber, but that's then and this is now. Truth is in trouble. Well, he was in trouble, but managed to scout that well. And now one leg went one side, one leg went the other, and that means your abdomen goes straight into that steel post. And now R-Truth, he's climbing to the apron. He's leaning on the dirt, but now he's cried out and throwing onto that mound. And there's dirt everywhere here, and the grass covering this arena, and now you can see Kane throwing R-Truth right into those steel steps. Kane and Truth battled to the back of the building this past week, and this is the matchup right here, the match that kicks off Havoc, still on the road to WrestleMania. Is R-Truth going to hold that title into WrestleMania, or can Kane win it here? He's looking to at the moment, with the backdrop onto the dirt. And the gravesite is now playing in a battlefield for Truth and Kane's mischief. Oh my god, well, mischief might be an understatement right there with that shovel shot. Kane is firing up, no pun intended. And now you can see Kane, he's throttling him by the throat and he's looking to drag him into that mound. And if Kane can stop him here. Oh my. Well, Truth stops him in his tracks. Backing his head into that tombstone and kicking him in the groin. And now that Kane is in a daze, it may be where Truth wants to capitalise, but maybe not for long. Kane well scouting that. He's a veteran of this sport. And now you can see, I know I'm saying that a lot, but you can see it. You can see that R-Truth is being whipped around by the ring and he's just clobbing in the corner. And Kane wants that choke slam. He wants to put it away. And there are no DQs and no countouts. And oh, hang on. Is R-Truth going to take advantage of that? He does. With that steel chair shot right off the skull. And that's the kind of stuff that will give you concussions. If that didn't, this will. That scissors kick to the back of the head. And if it can knock Kane out, that's one thing. But you got to drag that 300-pound frame to the other side of the arena in that grave. And now punching his leg. I don't like the looks of this for Kane. Truth is getting a bit cocky here. He might want to stay a bit more grounded. But now Kane is in the trouble. He's in the corner. Oh my God, he caught him out. And not only that, but he caught him out with a chokeslam. That is phenomenal power being displayed by Kane. And if he can just pick him up and throw him into that grave and bury him alive, then we'll have a new Intercontinental champion. Well, we'll take a look at the replay. Truth was caught in mid-air, and that just goes to show you the power that Kane has. Delivering that choke slam, and look at R-Truth. He's desperate at the moment. I'm sure he's pissing himself having to compete in a matchup like this, especially with Kane, but he does get out of that one that time. And that tombstone off the head, and now the stunner in the grave. And this may be the opportunity that Truth needs. Thus far, no members of the NWO have interfered, and Truth is doing it all by himself, and he's doing well. As, and I know I hate to say that, but he is at the moment. He's trying to bury Kane alive. He's checking if he's done the job. Oh my! Well, it doesn't look like he has, but Truth gets away from that. Oh my God, again! And that shovel, that metal shovel, right into the back of the head of Kane. And he's definitely looking to knock him out here. And I do not envy Kane at this minute. Truth is looking to drop him in that grave and bury him alive. But oh my, the reversal. Kane with a reversal and the tombstone on that grave. The tombstone on the dirt, and Truth flies down the grass. He just skids down it. And this is the opportunity that Kane needs. Pick him up, put him in the grave, bury him alive. You'll be the champion, my friend. But oh my, whoa. Oh, for God's sake, and I said that the NWO kept their nose out of this, but it doesn't look like it's happening at the moment. And what the hell is the Big Show? Oh my freaking God. Kane just got thrown into that grave. A choke slam from the ramp to the grave, and I'm telling you right now, that's further than it looks on TV. Oh, for God's sake. I knew that this was going to happen, but I really hoped it wouldn't. But of course, what can you expect? This dastardly group and the other members of the NWO are busy with the Elimination Chamber, and obviously, we heard on Metal, the commissioners say that Big Show, he had a plan for him, and this is obviously what it was, as Kane is buried alive for a second time. And after that chokeslam into the grave, I'm not so sure we're going to see Kane for a while. And I hope I'm wrong, but the sights that we're seeing at the moment suggest otherwise. He is buried, you can't see him anymore. And Kane once again is buried alive by the NWO. Well, the tombstone, it looked as if R-Truth was going to lose and lose the Intercontinental title, but the Big Show, the problem solver, he wasn't put in the Elimination Chamber. We questioned that, but obviously the commissioner had a plan for him, and it was this: to help R-Truth retain the Intercontinental Championship. And every single title defense that they are... My goodness, I'm just so angry. And every title defense that R-Truth has had, every title match he's competed in, there has been interference by members of the NWO, and it's sickening. It taints our sport, and it's disgusting. This is our opening contest, and we open it on a sour note, with Truth retaining his championship, and Kane once again being buried alive. My goodness. Sick.
I suppose that congratulations are in order. Well done, our Truth. I believed in you, and you proved all the critics wrong. You successfully defended your Intercontinental Championship against all odds in a clean fight, and I'm proud of you for that, man. However, I'm not here to talk about the NWO. I've already done that this evening. What I'm here to talk about right now is an update on one of the matches that are taking place later tonight, particularly the one between Jeff Hardy and Bray Wyatt. Now, earlier tonight on Metal, you may have already seen it, but Jeff Hardy went ballistic. He attacked Bray Wyatt when Bray Wyatt was scheduled to come out and give an interview about the match here tonight. However, Jeff Hardy blindsided him and assaulted him, and it didn't stop there. Later on in the evening, once security had broken up the fight, Jeff Hardy once again tried to assault Bray Wyatt. Now, this isn't just a case of a heated feud, because earlier tonight, Jeff Hardy not only put his hands on Bray Wyatt, he put his hands on the security staff. He put his hands on the medical trainers. And that's one thing that I can overlook, but what I cannot overlook is the fact that he put his hands on me, the authority in this place. Now, Jeff Hardy, intentionally or not, has stayed clear of the NWO and myself. But once you go for me, my friend, there are consequences. Now, I'm in a good mood tonight after seeing our Truth defend his title successfully, so it's a slap on the wrist for now. However, this update is to address the situation that presents itself this evening. Jeff Hardy is scheduled to go 1-1 with Bray Wyatt. However, earlier this evening on Metal, I had Jeff Hardy thrown out of the arena by the security staff, and therefore I can confirm that Jeff Hardy has been suspended for this evening. Jeff Hardy will not be competing in a matchup tonight, and he will not be competing against Bray Wyatt. And I don't care if you're disappointed, because you don't put your hands on officials, and you certainly don't put your hands on me. Now, as for Bray Wyatt, the matchup against Hardy was scheduled to take place in the next part. However, changes have been made. Wyatt will still be in action here tonight at Havoc, but it will not be against Jeff Hardy. That is all.
Well, I know that these fans here tonight were excited to see Jeff Hardy compete and get his hands on Bray Wyatt, and we did see that earlier, and some would argue he did overstep the mark, but I don't think that decision was made by the commissioner because he felt that it was the right thing to do. I think he made that decision based on the fact that Jeff Hardy pushed the commissioner. And well, Jeff Hardy not competing tonight apparently, but still I guess we've got to move on with the show. But Wyatt is still scheduled to be in action, but Hardy not here. I don't know. Nevertheless, we're going to switch our focus now to the NLW Tag Team Championships and this brutal team from the United Kingdom. Decades of experience in that ring right now between Finlay and William Regal, and they have their opportunity for the tag team titles against these guys. The Young Bucks defended themselves as the greatest team in the history of our industry, and you know what? I can understand why they believe that. However, tonight they can go some way to at least proving that claim. We will win over William Regal and Finlay. The Young Bucks may be cocky, but they can back it up in that ring, there's no doubt about it. And that is why they're the NLW Tag Team Champions. And of course they did win it on a fluke by defeating the NWO at Extreme Reunion, but since then, they have proved to be quite the team in NLW. But they have had themselves occupied with Regal and Finlay. And in fact this past week it was Nick Jackson who was actually decimated by Finlay and defeated quite decisively, but you can see right now what's going to happen when they work as a team, as a unit. And the brothers working well together at the moment. My goodness, that leapfrog. And Finlay sent over by Nick Jackson, and now the two legal men, Matt and Regal, in the ring here. And Matt Jackson on the top rope, but he's too worried about his partner on the outside. And that wasn't wise. You can see that clobbering blow by Regal, and now Finlay. And despite these two not being the legal men, they're still fighting on the outside. Finlay sending Nick straight into the barricade, and that boot grinding right off the face of Matt Jackson. And now that arm, that forearm, right into the face of Nick on the outside. Meanwhile, in the ring, the strength of William Regal to hold Matt Jackson up in the air like that and take him down with that suplex. And now, already in this matchup, Regal and Finlay, the veteran experience, working well for them, isolating him with a double team and that massive stomp to the back. And if you can take out that back and do some damage to it, it will prevent some of those high-flying maneuvers that the Bucks are known for. But now he's sent into the corner, but Matt tries to take out both the challengers himself. Well, he got Regal, but he didn't get Finlay that time. That arm drag that sends him down to the mat. And now you can see, oh my, Well, Regal obviously angry that he got pushed off the apron and the power of the punch, but could have been over there if it weren't for Nick. Nick Jackson dragging Finlay off the cover. Otherwise we could have had new tag team champions. Could have been a short reign for the Bucks there. Luckily for them, of course, it wasn't to be. But now Matt Jackson desperately needs the tag, especially after that net breaker. And Nick obviously wants it. He wants the tag right here. But Matt sent into the corner. Tries to kick himself away, creating some separation. And now the spear. The spear definitely created some separation, but the question is, can he make it to the ropes? He's only, what, a couple inches away. Regal needs to make the tag as well, it seems. But Matt is in the right position, and he does make the tag to Nick Jackson. Nick with a punch to Regal. And now taking out Finlay. Regal now in the ring alone with Nick Jackson, but Jackson sent over. And one half of the Young Bucks with that facebuster to Regal. You can see that Regal is stirring at the moment. And Nick is trying to fend off both the challengers by himself. But he's caught out by the leg by Finlay, and now here comes Matt. And I think he hurt Nick in the process. Regal had the Regal suplex hooked in as Matt Jackson used the sunset flip. And still all the commotion as Finlay tries to catapult Matt out the ring, and he hangs on, but he doesn't hang on. Oh my, the Celtic Cross. And we may see new tag team champions here, but Matt Jackson just about gets back in the ring. If he hadn't hung on to those ropes, of course again we would have had new tag team champions. I've been saying that a lot, but Finlay and Regal have had so many chances at the moment, but now they may be quelled after that super kick. Finlay not the legal man, but he's taken to the outside by Nick, who is the legal man. Another double team, and Regal is about to be taken for a ride. I'm sure he's not going to want to have. Oh my! The Meltzer driver by the Young Bucks, and the Bucks retain their tag team championships. And the Young Bucks here tonight proving that they can hang with the veterans, they can hang with the high flyers, they can hang with the brawlers, and they are continuing to write history here. Their underdog story continues as the tag team champions roll on. Well, we'll take a look at how this match ended. It was Finlay with Matt in his hands, and then that super kick, and of course that dive over the ropes, taking out Finlay, and that left Regal alone to be double teamed. And that amazing Meltzer driver, the pile driver, and the flippy thing, I can't really describe it, to be honest. It's just sensational to watch. Now Finlay berating Regal, but Regal mumbling something under his breath. You know, losses like this, they do create tension within the team, but for the people that win, it just creates some more momentum. The Young Bucks still on top, and Regal is, well, he's not happy, and he's voicing his displeasure to Finlay. Matt holds his title high, so does Nick. William Regal and Finlay, the experience didn't pay off for them today, and tonight was the night for the Young Bucks. Heading in on the road to WrestleMania, the Bucks are still the tag team champions. Well, another title on the line up next. It is the Sandman going one-on-one with Randy Orton. You got to believe that shoulder is a major target for Randy Orton. False count anywhere up next. In this hardcore title defense from the Sandman is Orton going to try and end Sandman's career. That's up next.